The homeless. They cast an eerie presence on the streets of this tropical paradise. We watch them as we pass in our air-conditioned cars or read about their lifestyles in the Sunday paper, but we can never know what it's really like sleeping on bus benches or making a home under the expressway. To better understand the homeless, Katherine Couric became one temporarily. She got a taste of what it's like out on the streets where there's no place like home.
These are the people we pray we won't become, like Corinne. She says she came from an Indian reservation in Alabama and she can't go back. Like Horace, who says he lives on the street because his wife left him for another man. Like Shirley, a former school teacher who for more than 5 years has made this box her home. This is a world where your next meal is as uncertain as your future. This is the world of the homeless. But what is life really like out on the streets? With the help of professional makeup artist Diana Shibas, we decided to find out. After undergoing this most unusual makeover, I was transformed and ready for a crash course in survival.
Got a quarter, sir? Got a quarter?
Most people ignored me, some perhaps hoping to teach their children about sharing were kind.
Thank you so much, thank you.
Within an hour, I had collected close to $2, money I would need at my next stop, Camilla's house. It is a soup kitchen that feeds some 300 homeless people a day.
Sometimes, even with money, I come because I like the food, because like I said, it may not be gourmet food, but it's a lot more nourishing and tasteful than people might think.
As I waited in line, I was surprised by the compassion of my temporary peers. I was offered donuts and cheese sandwiches by those who had already eaten. One man put an old hairdryer that was hanging outside my cart inside it, and because my makeup was buckling slightly as a result of the heat, some asked me if I was a burn victim and if I was going to sue the doctor who fixed my face. The meal itself was surprisingly hearty: soup, 2 cheese sandwiches, yogurt, a muffin, and orange juice. Some ate silently, others chatted with those nearby, giving the place the mood of a noisy diner. As people shared their food, there was a spirit of camaraderie that you might not expect. My stomach full, we decided to venture to the Intercontinental to see if the hotel that played host to the president would be as hospitable to me. The guests I approached certainly were not.
Got a dime?
No money.
No money at all? A penny?
This lady beat it.
After diving for pennies in the hotel fountain, I was escorted politely out the door.
I'm going to buy something as soon as I get some money.
Well, when you get some money, you come back.
Well, I got some money. I got a quarter.
Got a quarter? You're going to have more than a quarter in a place like this.
Really?
I decided I may have to work for my wages, so I began washing windshields. Once I had Windexed, people tossed me change, perhaps because they wanted to get rid of me as soon as possible. In fact, most people viewed me as a sort of innocuous nuisance, and when I sprawled out on a downtown sidewalk, passers-by glanced down and went on their way. As night fell, a whole different world was about to unfold. Now was the time to search for a safe place to sleep, and remembering what other street people had told me, it was something I was anxious to find.
Well, I chair dog eat dog. Everybody's for self.
No place out here on Miami streets is safe, not late at night, man.
But actually finding a shelter proved to be no easy task.
There's one over by Jackson Hospital, but I don't know if you can get in at this time of the day.
I told you, there's no place for ladies.
No place? Salvation Army or any place?
This time of night. You have identification?
Apparently, bureaucracy haunts even those who have nothing. I told Miami police officer Steve Johnson what we were up to. He told me about the hassles of getting an ID.
Well, you usually require some kind of ID, social security card or driver's license or something like that. And then they'll require them to get a City of Miami police ID.
So if I don't have an ID, I can't get a police ID, so I'm sort of up a creek.
Pretty much, yeah.
And sure enough, when I got to the Salvation Army, I was told I needed an ID and had to be there by 4 o'clock in the afternoon. No one answered at the second mission I tried. Where could I sleep?
I wouldn't guarantee your safety downtown, but I would stay with the shelter where there's people. Strength in numbers.
And what would happen if I slept in any doorway, on any bench?
Possibility you would get robbed.
At best?
Yeah.
At worst?
Could be killed. Well, you're a typical victim. You look weak. You know, you would be easy pickings, as they say.
At least one other person thought so, a man who was apparently onto my guys.
You really look like that? Or you bullshit? Oh, y'all have on all that shit, don't you? Huh? What you doing down here in my territory? What do you mean?
He went for his back pocket, convinced he wasn't going to give me a business card. Photographer Kevin Raphael came to my rescue, a luxury only a pseudo-street person could depend on. This is the kind of fear that the homeless live with, a fear they are prepared to face.
You know, I get hustled. Sometimes people want to jump on me and stuff. You know, I walk away from them. I don't have time for fighting. Got time to survive, try to survive.
This is the American dream gone bad. These people only wish they weren't awake. As for me, I left the streets early that morning, left them for a hot shower, a comfortable bed, and yes, a Diet Coke, and left the people there as I found them, living minute by minute, day by day, hoping things will change, but knowing there's a good chance they never will.
Katherine, that must have been an incredible experience.
Yes, Ed, I think it's the most unusual assignment that I've ever undertaken. And while I don't profess to be an expert, I do think I was able to get some insights I might not have had I been dressed in typical reporter's garb with a camera crew by my side.
I think that dedication showed up in the story. Thank you, Katie.
Thanks, Ed.
We'll be right back.